welcome to Demolition Worker. Today, we witness the critical operation of transferring millions of gallons of crude oil between massive vessels. The stranded ship remains securely anchored, but the immense weight of its cargo poses a severe risk of snapping the hull. To prevent a catastrophic structural failure, salvage crews must immediately initiate a highly complex ship-to-ship transfer of the oil. This delicate operation requires an empty tanker to carefully maneuver alongside the damaged vessel while battling against the relentless ocean waves. Captains on both ships coordinate their movements with extreme precision, ensuring the colossal steel hulls do not collide during the approach. Slowly and methodically, the rescue tanker inches closer to the stranded giant, maintaining a safe distance despite the turbulent sea conditions. Giant propellers are deployed between the two ships, acting as massive shock absorbers to protect their hulls from devastating impacts. Heavy-duty mooring lines are thrown across the churning water, securely binding the two floating behemoths together in a tight embrace. Once the vessels are locked in position, the crew begins the arduous task of connecting the enormous, flexible oil transfer hoses. These specialized hoses are designed to withstand extreme pressure and constant movement, bridging the dangerous gap between the two rolling ships. Huge cranes carefully lift the heavy hoses into the air, guiding them towards the receiving manifolds on the rescue tanker deck. Engineers work frantically to secure the heavy flanges, bolting them tightly to ensure absolutely no oil leaks into the pristine ocean. With the connections finally established, massive hydraulic pumps deep within the stranded ship roar to life, initiating the vital transfer process. Thick, black crude oil begins to surge through the reinforced pipelines, moving at an astonishing rate of tens of thousands of tons. Slow-motion cameras capture the mesmerizing flow of the dark liquid as it rushes through transparent sections of the transfer pumps. The sheer volume of oil being moved every single minute is a testament to the incredible power of modern pumping technology. As the heavy cargo leaves the damaged ship, its draft begins to decrease, slowly lifting the massive hull higher in the water. Simultaneously, the rescue tanker sinks deeper into the ocean, absorbing the immense weight of the transferred crude oil into its holds. This constant shift in weight creates a perilous balancing act, requiring continuous adjustments to keep both vessels perfectly stable and safe. Advanced computer systems monitor the changing buoyancy of each ship, providing critical data to the ballast control officers working below deck. Water ballast is rapidly pumped in and out of strategically placed tanks to counteract the shifting center of gravity during transfer. The tension on the bridge is palpable as the captains watch the digital readouts, knowing a single mistake could spell disaster. Outside, the relentless ocean waves continue to batter the connected ships, testing the strength of the mooring lines and heavy fenders. The transfer hoses flex and bend with every massive swell, their reinforced layers preventing any rupture under the immense mechanical stress. Deckhands conduct regular patrols along the manifold area, using specialized equipment to check for any signs of pressure drops or leaks. The rhythmic thumping of the hydraulic pumps echoes across the water, a mechanical heartbeat driving the lifeblood out of the ship. Hour after hour, the relentless transfer continues, slowly draining the hazardous cargo from the compromised compartments of the massive stranded vessel. The visual transformation is striking as the red-painted bottom of the damaged ship becomes increasingly visible above the waterline now. Meanwhile, the rescue tanker sits noticeably lower, its hull heavily laden with the millions of gallons of freshly transferred crude oil. Removing this immense weight significantly reduces the bending stress on the damaged hull, virtually eliminating the terrifying risk of structural failure. The salvage master monitors the stress gauges on the main deck, noting with relief as the dangerous tension levels slowly drop. Down in the cavernous cargo holds, the oil level steadily drops, revealing the dark, oil-stained bulkheads of the massive compartments. Specialized remote-operated vehicles are deployed into the partially empty tanks to inspect the internal structure for any hidden damages. The underwater drones beam high-definition video back to the control room, giving engineers a clear view of the structural integrity. With the majority of the oil successfully removed, the salvage team can now focus on the crucial next phases of recovery. The remaining sludge at the bottom of the tanks must be carefully pumped out using specialized heavy-duty vacuum extraction systems. Workers donning protective hazmat suits prepare to enter the dark, toxic environment of the empty cargo holds to begin manual cleaning. Powerful ventilation fans are activated, blowing fresh air into the deep tanks to clear out the dangerous accumulation of explosive gases. Gas detectors are lowered into the depths, ensuring the atmosphere is completely safe before any human steps foot inside the hold. The cleaning crew descends into the gloomy abyss, armed with high-pressure hoses to wash away the stubborn, sticky oil residue. Every square inch of the internal bulkheads must be meticulously cleaned to prevent any environmental contamination during the final towing process. The dirty wash water is carefully collected and pumped into specialized holding tanks on the rescue vessel for proper safe disposal. As the cleaning progresses, the true extent of the internal damage caused by the initial grounding incident becomes much more apparent. Naval architects analyze the damage reports, calculating the exact amount of temporary reinforcement needed to make the hull seaworthy once again. Welders prepare their equipment, ready to patch the torn steel plates and strengthen the weakened structural frames inside the dark cargo holds. The successful ship-to-ship transfer of oil was the critical first step that made all of these vital recovery operations possible. Without removing that massive weight, the ship would have inevitably broken apart, causing an unprecedented environmental disaster in these pristine waters. The coordination between the two crews has been absolutely flawless, demonstrating the incredible skill required to execute such a complex maneuver. Now, the massive transfer hoses are carefully drained of their remaining contents, ensuring not a single drop of oil is spilled. The heavy flanges are unbolted, and the cranes slowly lift the thick black hoses away from the manifolds of the tanker. The mooring lines are gradually slackened, allowing the two giant vessels to slowly drift apart in the rolling ocean swells today. The giant pneumatic fenders are hauled back aboard the rescue ship, their job of protecting the massive steel hulls successfully completed. With its cargo holds now completely full, the rescue tanker powers up its massive engines and prepares to depart the area. It slowly steams away, carrying the salvaged oil to a secure refinery where it will finally be processed and safely utilized. Back on the stranded ship, the atmosphere is noticeably lighter, both literally and figuratively, as the primary danger has successfully passed. The salvage crew can now focus entirely on patching the hull and preparing the massive vessel for its final journey home. Giant tugboats begin to circle the damaged ship, positioning themselves for the incredibly challenging task of towing it back to port. Heavy towing cables are carefully attached to the reinforced strong points on the bow of the newly lightened and stabilized vessel. The success of this entire operation relied heavily on the precise execution of the ship-to-ship oil transfer procedure today. It is a profound testament to the ingenuity and bravery of the maritime salvage teams who risk their lives every day. These unsung heroes work tirelessly in the most dangerous conditions imaginable to protect our precious oceans from devastating man-made disasters. The engineering marvel of moving millions of gallons of volatile fluid between two moving objects at sea is truly awe-inspiring. Every valve, pump, and hose perform perfectly under immense pressure, showcasing the incredible reliability of modern industrial maritime salvage equipment today. The environmental catastrophe that was narrowly averted here today will be studied by naval academies and salvage experts for many years. As the sun begins to set over the horizon, the silhouette of the damaged ship stands as a symbol of resilience. The calm evening waters reflect the fading light, providing a stark contrast to the intense industrial activity that occurred here earlier. The salvage master takes a moment to look out over the ocean, knowing that their quick action saved this fragile ecosystem. The journey is not over yet, as the long, slow tow back to the dry dock will present its own challenges. But the hardest part is finished, and the threat of a catastrophic hull failure and massive oil spill has been eliminated. The incredible footage captured today provides a rare glimpse into the high-stakes world of international maritime salvage and recovery operations. It highlights the vital importance of having highly trained professionals ready to respond to maritime emergencies at a single moment's notice. The ship-to-ship transfer is a ballet of steel and oil choreographed by experts who understand the unpredictable ocean environment. Every single decision made on the bridge had a direct impact on the safety of the crew and the surrounding marine life. The flawless execution of this complex plan is a reminder of human capability when faced with seemingly insurmountable logistical and engineering odds. As the night falls, powerful floodlights illuminate the deck of the stranded ship, allowing the vital repair work to continue uninterrupted. The sparks from the welding torches create a spectacular light show against the dark, endless expanse of the deep night sky. The rhythmic hum of the generators provides a comforting soundtrack to the ongoing recovery efforts happening out here in the ocean. The dedication of these workers laboring through the night in dangerous conditions is the true driving force behind this successful salvage. They know that every weld and every patch brings this massive, damaged vessel one step closer to returning safely to port. The empty cargo holds, once a ticking time bomb of environmental destruction, are now safe spaces ready for extensive structural repairs. The transformation from a critical emergency to a controlled recovery operation is a massive achievement for the entire dedicated salvage team. The lessons learned from this incredibly complex ship-to-ship transfer will undoubtedly improve future maritime emergency response protocols and technologies. It pushes the boundaries of what is possible in extreme marine environments, setting a new standard for safety and operational efficiency. As the dawn breaks on a new day, the giant tugboats begin to slowly pull the damaged behemoth through the water. The tow line tightens and the massive steel hull slowly cuts through the gentle morning waves, beginning its final long voyage. The successful removal of the heavy oil cargo has made this towing operation infinitely safer and much more manageable for everyone. The ocean remains pristine, completely untouched by the hazardous black crude oil that once threatened to destroy its delicate ecological balance. Monumental effort to save this ship and protect the environment stands as a proud achievement in modern maritime salvage history. We hope you enjoyed this deep dive into the incredible engineering and bravery behind the complex ship-to-ship transfer process. Thank you for watching Demolition Worker. Please subscribe for more incredible stories of massive engineering, salvage operations, and heavy industrial